makes games more enjoyable to watch.
Well, speaking of the Dodgers, third baseman Justin Turner is having another productive season at the plate thanks to Doug Latta. The hitting guru has helped JT and several other big leaguers by overhauling their swing.
And Turner in the air center field at Ozzie well. This is way back, and it is gone! It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner!
Justin Turner has been among the best hitters in baseball since joining the Dodgers in 2014, but that wasn't always the case.
And Justin Turner goes down, striking out a second time tonight.
While struggling at the plate with the Mets in 2013, then teammate Marlon Byrd, who was in the midst of a career year after revamping his swing, convinced Turner to change his entire approach.
He finally got me to give it a go, and I started seeing some power.
And Justin drives one deep left field. That is out of here. That's been a tremendous series for Turner.
It just made me hungry and want to, really refine this new swing.
Byrd had overhauled his swing with Doug Latta, a hitting instructor who runs the ball yard in Northridge, and Turner spent the entire offseason doing the same.
As soon as the season ended, he came in and we started going to work on revamping. And, well, you see who Justin Turner is today.
Got with Dougie, went in and hit, and fell in love with it. I was in there 5 days a week, just trying to break down the bad habits that I'd had in the past and refine this new swing that I still have today.
We talked about being able to gain ground, get to a strong position forward of 50-50, and then try to hit the ball out in front.
I always thought about staying back on my backside and then changing my thought process from backing the ball up and letting it get deep to trying to make contact further out in front.
He cleaned up extremely well and just started moving so much better, and recognized what the difference was in his at-bats, and he basically was able to actualize, whereas a lot of the training he'd had before at every level of the game was kind of keeping him back.
Turner signed a minor league deal with the Dodgers and made the team out of spring training. While everyone wasn't necessarily on board with his new approach, the results spoke for themselves.
They didn't like the way I was going forward so much, so there was a little bit of conversation that had to be had and explanation of why I'm trying to do what I do, and eventually, they let me be me, and I had a pretty damn good year here in 2014 as a pinch hitter and a role player.
Into left field and well hit. Justin Turner, the former Met, with his first home run as a Dodger.
While Latta and Turner are often credited as being pioneers of the so-called fly ball revolution in baseball, neither is a fan of the phrase.
The idea of the fly ball revolution is kind of a big thing that people see and hear because it sounds good. We're just trying to get the ball in the air. We're just not trying to have a ball come off the bat in an angle towards the ground.
I think it's a misunderstanding that's going on in the game when everyone's talking about launch angle and hitting fly balls. It's not about hitting fly balls, it's about not hitting ground balls.
So the term get it in the air doesn't sound as good as fly ball revolution. It's evolved into ideas of everything's a lazy fly ball, which is we're happy with a well-hit ground ball because we're teaching a swing that allows us to exploit the ball in a lot of different contact points and not just try to lift the ball and use our body artificially to create these things, work athletically.
I think it's really about, matching swing plane and being able to get on plane with different pitches and be on plane as long as you possibly can.
The game's changing. It's a matter of trying to get people to evolve. And this is a dramatic change. A quantum shift in how people think about hitting.
While Latta's work with major leaguers has earned him notoriety, he continues working with players across the baseball landscape.
Obviously, there's a lot of satisfaction when your players do well and you're part of that journey. When you see the amateurs get better, you're touching somebody and making a positive impact on their life. It also motivates you to stay on your toes because you've got to keep doing that.
All right, let's go to the PGA Tour for round 3 of the 3M Open in sunny Minnesota.